What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Very first Amethyst event card, Dirk Nowitzki. How did everybody do this weekend? As you can tell from the start of the video, we were able to finish this gauntlet, and it was very similar to the last gauntlet. I kind of expected that as long as you were base tier Ami, you would be able to get through it. So we're going to look at that. We're going to talk about the gauntlet for a little bit. We're going to take a look at my deck as well as the pulls, the pull rates, all that other stuff. But yeah, let me know in the comments, how did y'all do this weekend? Have you gotten all of your spring cards yet? I still haven't. I'm going to show you the ones that I got this weekend. I am still missing one, so I have 3 out of the 4. Only got 1 pull this weekend, but it was the 1 pull that actually mattered, so that's really good. I mean, the 1 single pull I got was the one we had the little challenge on, in which I got the pro, so that's absolutely fantastic. Talking about this gauntlet, though, I don't know about the rest of you. Like, playing the gauntlet makes me so aggravated and irritated in a way, but I also, in the back of my mind, I compare it to WWE SuperCard. Now, the reason why this game mode is aggravating, for the fact that you get defense like that. You get defense all of the time. I did the last gauntlet, keep track of it for like, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 games. And it was crazy the amount of times that I got defense and they got offense. That makes it really difficult. And then the fact that you don't get the activations hardly near as much as they do. Both of those things make it absolutely very difficult to play. You got the sandbag decks, in which have crazy amounts of rubies. Sorry for those of you that did play my deck, because of course I had to sandbag. I mean, when it's in the game, if it lowers your tier to sandbag, then everybody's going to do it. So I kind of understand. But in the back of my mind, I also compare it to WWE in the sense that if I had this same deck tier in WWE, I wouldn't be able to do +10s. Not even close to being able to do +10s. I +10 this thing the entire way, bottom tier Ami. Now, if I was WrestleMania 37 in my Road to Glory deck at the very bottom of WrestleMania 37, I would not be able to +10 it the entire way along. So this game mode is definitely a lot easier when comparing it to WWE, but it's broken in the sense that it is so frustrating the amount of times that you get defense and they get offense, the amount of times that you get don't get the activation, they get the activation. But either way, this was my last game. I did, clutch it out. It did take, I think, throughout the entire thing, at least in the Dirk side of it, at +10s, doing +10s the entire way, and only backing out, backing in on Ami. Like, half the time it would be Ami plus, but I would just back out, back in until I got it base tier Ami. But I think I might have lost the +10s maybe like 8 times or something like that. Nothing crazy, nothing ridiculous, and they were always close like that, 93, 91. But either way, there's the Dirk. Very first event card pro. We're going to pro it up, of course. Check out the stats. That makes all 3 of my team cards Ami pros, which is nice. Now, I did the same thing that I did last week, in which I deleted the picture. I take so many pictures. I take so many pictures in all of the games that I play that sometimes I get a little careless. I got hundreds and hundreds of pictures on my phones and videos and all that stuff. I deleted the screenshot of what the stats were before. So even though it says 2 Amis, this is actually all of the pulls from the time the spring cards went live. So I did pick up an Ami before the event started, the day before the event started. And but I only got 1 Ami pull during. It's not too many resets, not too many pulls before the actual event started, but I did only get 1 of them. And I also picked up 1 spring card before the event started as well. So it's actually only 1 Amethyst tier reset and 2 spring cards for the event. But the rest of it, I mean, very similar. The only difference is really the rubies. I got a ton more rubies than I did in previous. We're looking at 200 something resets last time, 250 resets the last time we looked at these, and I only had 2 rubies. This time we're close to 200 resets with 7 rubies. So that's really the only difference between this one and the last one. Now the pulls for the event, we started this off on Thursday live during the live stream with a spring pull, Sabrina Ionescu, which absolutely fantastic. That's great. We have the Anthony Edwards down there, which that is the one that I pulled right before the event started. So, yeah, I mean, good pull. It doesn't really matter to me. I don't care which one. I mean, I would like to get this one because I need small forwards ridiculously bad. But any small forward will work. It doesn't matter. I just need a pro. You know, a pro of them would be really nice. And then my only actual tier reset during the entire event was the Erica Wheeler, in which we had the challenge and pulled a pro, which was fantastic. So that was awesome to be able to get her, even though I did only get 1, which is sad, because that's a whole lot of resets. I mean, I got to be close to another one. I got to be close to another one at this point because we're getting close to, you know, 200 resets, and the first one counted, or I don't know. I don't keep track of between each one of them, just the totals. And then the last reset, the spring reset, not another tier reset, but the Tyrese Halliburton. Another point guard. I do not need this one. This is probably the only one in which I do not want as the pro. I'd rather not have the single, the 4th single. I don't even remember who it is, but whoever the 4th single is, and Tyrese Halliburton. Those are probably the 2 that I do not want. I'd take Anthony Edwards. I would take the Sabrina Ionescu. Either one, doesn't matter. Also, if you haven't seen, they did post on Twitter. They will be releasing Ruby Fusions tomorrow, in which it did say that they're going to be players that became coaches. They only mentioned Larry Bird, which coached like 4 games. I think it was more than that, but he didn't coach very much. Maybe 2 total seasons or something like that. It wasn't a lot. But then Doc Rivers as well. But there are a absolute ton of, you know, quality people they could add. I mean, they could add like Phil Jackson. They could add Steve Kerr. They could add Pat Riley. They could add a lot of newer players. Jason Kidd. Steve Nash. I have my boy Steve Nash. You know, there are certainly a lot in here. I don't know about the WNBA side. I'm not really sure about that. I don't know because I'm still waiting for a Rebecca Lobo card. I know she's an analyst. I don't remember. I don't know if she ever coached or anything like that. But it'd be curious to see who they're going to add. But they did say that these were coming tomorrow, which, I mean, they look good. I really hope the fusions this time are better than the ones in the past have been. The stats of the fusions have not been very good. I kind of wish they would bump up the fusion stats just a little bit. But the design's not too bad. I mean, those are all right. So hopefully, you know, they lower the days as well. Because I still haven't even done a Sapphire yet. Because I'm not waiting 5.5 days. I've just been stacking up on my emeralds and stuff. And when they lower them tomorrow, I'm hoping they drop the Sapphire down to 3 days. Then I'll start doing Sapphires. Ruby will probably be a week or something. 5 days, 6 days, something crazy. Since it is Monday, we also do have a quest today, so don't forget about that. Don't forget about doing your champions. Oh, that's another thing that they did post on Twitter. They are fixing the champions rewards glitch, which is actually no problem for me. Because I can't still, for the life of me, figure out how to glitch the champions to where, you know, you have the lower tiered cards in the lower tier deck. I've tried it and tried it and tried it. People have told me how to do it, but I just cannot get it to work on my phone. I don't know why. So I've been playing legit champions this whole time. That's why I never win them, and I rarely get into the top 5. But they didn't say anything about that. They just said about the rewards. They're fixing the rewards. So no more duplications, I'm assuming. So that's going to be a bummer for some people. I mean, we do have somebody on my team that has like, I don't know, 50 pros at this point from all the champions glitches. But let's level up this Dirk, or let's pro him up. I mean, we got all the levels. I still cannot wait, guys. I know a lot of you that play WWE do not agree with me on this. And for those of you that have absolutely no idea and never played WWE, you're probably going to be upset when they do implement this. But I really think they will eventually. I really want them to put matches on these cards. I really do. I would love for them to put matches on these. I just think it's so boring just leveling them up and proing them and leveling them up. I mean, there's like nothing to it. Like all we do is that and that's it. But either way, it's not how it is in the game right now. But let's level them up. Yeah, let's pro them up. We now got a complete Amethyst, all 3 cards for our team. So if we do get team events before Ami tier is over, we're certainly going to be ready. I mean, we certainly got it. We now got 2 NBA, 2 WNBA. We should be top tier. I would think that pretty close to the top of Ami++. I have so many cards that I could throw away still. I mean, I still have probably 40 or 50 or 60 fully leveled up Sapphire Pros that I could train. So I'm still good with any food that I need. I know some people might be struggling though at some point. I mean, eventually it's going to come to a point where it's going to be hard, like in WWE, to level up cards, but I'm nowhere close to that right now. Only took 3 Sapphire Pros, but there it is, all leveled up. We're in the 1200s, 1100s. Actually, that's just a touch bit lower than I actually thought it was going to be. I knew it was obviously going to be the best card, but I thought it'd be a little bit better than that. I thought all 4 stats would be close to the 1200s instead of just 2 of them. But either way, it still looks good. I like in the background on the side, they got the Dallas Mavericks logo moving around. Looks pretty sweet. Stats look nice. These are all high thousands. These are all 1200s. I mean, it's still good. It's definitely a good card. Definitely looks good. I am certainly curious who the next one is going to be. This is our first historic, first player that does not play anymore. I really hope they start doing that every single event. That's what I want to see. I'd much rather have historic players in there. We are fully maxed out on the Ami++. We got 3 event cards, 2 Ruby event cards, 1 regular Ami, and then 2 Amis for the WNBA. Man, our deck is looking really good. Also, another thing to note is that in the store, in the Superstore, we do have, in a couple days, these are going to reset and close out. So I don't know if they're going to switch, the price going to switch the Sapphire special cards to a different type of special card. They might flip-flop these or something, like take these right here. I can't remember. Did these have? Yeah, these had Sapphires, didn't they? I'm sure they did. But they're probably going to take these and make these Sapphires, and then maybe take these and make those Emeralds or something like that. So if you are interested in looking for these particular cards, you only got 2 days. They should expire. There's no other time limit on any of the other ones except for those special cards, and that's pretty much it. Hopefully we get new card backs, new teams. These things have been here forever. Kings and Raptors, if it takes this long to go through the entire NBA, it's going to take forever. They need to rotate these a little bit faster. And I guess the last thing we'll do before we take off for the day is, which I almost forgot, let's take a look at my Gauntlet deck. This is what it looks like. This is what I use to plus 10 it the entire way. Close to bottom tier Amethyst. I put in 2 bronze cards. The bottom row is just regular Ruby Pros, so that was almost my weak one. And then the rest of the rows were pretty good. I mean, we have pretty decent special cards. We got some event cards. We got Ami Pros in there as well. So all of these are pretty good. And now that Dirk is a yellow arrow, we could throw him in there as well. So I think we'll be good from this point on. But this is what it took. And like I said, I did plus 10s the entire way. I kept backing in, backing out until I got bottom tier, or until I got just base tier Ami. And I only lost maybe 8 matches or something out of all the plus 10s I did. But that's going to do it for the video, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy. Let me know how your weekend went and how many pulls you got, all your spring cards, all of that stuff. Let me know about your Monday packs, because we got to get on that Monday grind for the Wizards. Hopefully, finally, I've never gotten a top tier card to this day yet in one of those packs. Hopefully we do. I haven't gotten a top tier card in a TBG either. So, pack luck's not good. Either way, guys, I will see y'all next time. Y'all take it easy. I am out. Peace.